stress-free, leave your kids at home. Leave your kids at home. Do your two-step, get your groove on. This is feel good music, you can move on. Relax, stress-free, leave your kids at home. Leave your kids at home.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody? You know what day it is. You know what time it is. It is Tuesday night. We are here on the cam with the fam, doing what we do, checking in with you. I hope you're having a great week. I got my sister Laura with me tonight, man, riding shotgun. She is my favorite person to grill, chill, or kill with. She gets her own round of applause when she comes on here. But she is fantastic. She is the proprietor of russellbrands.com, where she makes all kind of wonderful products, made all natural, made with love, except for the one she sends to me. She don't, listen, there was only, I felt the hate. I could feel it on the porch when the mailman dropped it off. I was like, man, I feel hate. I'm just kidding.
No.
Well,
only love.
Doing all right?
Yeah, I said only love.
Oh, there you go. That's right. She said see some love by accident there. Speaking of love, and let's see who's in the room here. We got cookout night. Yay, cookout night. Yes, it was cookout night. Then, okay, did you do that, Laura?
I did not.
I didn't either. I'm telling you, I'm having technical difficulties. That's why I was late getting here. I did not do that. I didn't even have my hand on the mouse, so I have no idea what was happening there. But anyway, Lizzie says it's cook. Well, it's cookout night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's cookout night. Oh what a night! Good to see you here, beloved. Keto Rockin' Amy, she is in the building. Good to see you here, beloved. Meathead. Man, Kurt's hanging out with us. Appreciate you being here, brother. It says good day to everybody. Jersey Tom is hanging out with us. Crank Master Crank, good to see you, brother. Look who's here. Quack Quack Heart Attack in the building. So let's get ready to have some fun. That's right. Hope so. Hope to have some fun tonight. Hope everybody's having a great week so far. How's the Miami? How's the Jacksonville heat? How's the whole southern part of state heat? It is hot. Oh, it's too hot. Too hot, lady. Yeah, so speaking of too hot, look who it is, everybody. It's too hot. Yes, her internet connection is overheated. The lines are melting.
Melted.
I don't know. Rocket Keto Amy came in and faded to black. Well, she's all right. She's figuring it out. And while she's doing that, we'll see who else is in the room here. BK, good to see you again here, beloved. Glad you're here. You are missed you last couple weeks ago here. We got Darth Charlie, my man. Good to see you, brother. Glad to see you here. And always, that's my main man. So let's see what else we got here. Jeff says, good to see you. Good to see you too, beloved. We got some more folks hanging out here. We got my man Meathead, and there's Amy. She's back with us. What's happening, everybody? We're giving them some applause. We're giving them some love. That's how we roll here. We spread the love to everybody. Well, it's good. Glad you are here. We'll just do a little bit of housekeeping, and then we'll get into it here. So everybody, Sandy's here. Hey, good to see you, Sandy. Always good to see you, beloved. Lexus Jones is in the building. Says hi, guys. Hello, back to you. And let's see here, Kitchen Witch. Good to see you. Glad you're here, beloved. Lori Wetzel is here. Hello there, my dear. Good to see you. Aaron's here, Booby Goats. Love this. Love this. The gang is here. We are hanging out on a Tuesday night. Karen, good to see you, Karen. And there's somebody new, D Ride Service AZ, not a new face. Welcome to our fun live stream here. Marla, good to see you, beloved. And I think that's everybody. I think they got everybody here. So, everything is smooth. Missed you. Don't want to miss anybody here. So, all right. So, what's happening, Amy? It's nice to actually meet you in person. You have been active in the chat and such. So, I'm so glad you're here and get to meet you, hang out with you for a little while. Why don't you maybe let folks know a little bit about you who may not know who you are? Can you hear me, Amy? Can you hear it? Well, Amy's having technical difficulties, man. I know you can hear me, Kurt. Yeah, what are you doing? Sign language tonight, brother? What what is that? Is that what
Hey,
we
at least
got
it's
going on?
clean sign language.
Hey, that's right. Yes,
It
no
could be worse.
profanity. Yes, this is a family show here. We do a family show. What's up? Amy is Amy's a third cousin here. She is trying her best to hang out with us. Are you with us there, Amy? She's going and coming in. She comes and goes like no one can. That's John Mayer. She's always buzzing just like neon. So how we doing, Amy? All right tonight? You having some technical difficulties? Yeah, Amy cannot get the hang of this. She must have I don't know. Well, when she starts talking, we'll talk back. Because I can see you, but I can't hear you, Amy, if you can hear us. But anyway, so what's new with you, Kurt? Okay, listen, man. We ain't doing this all night, brother. We're not doing it tonight.
I'm just fine.
I
Just
got you,
fine.
brother.
Lost another pound and a half last night.
Love that, man. Love that. Love that. That's good, man. You have a goal in mind, or you just kind of rolling with it?
Wherever it takes me. I mean, I'd like to get back to, I don't know, 170, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I got you, man. You get back down to bowling weight, man. Is that where you can go?
Well, in fact, yeah, what sucks is I got to have surgery in August on my elbow, and that's my bowling arm.
Oh, so you do your bowl. I got you. Love that.
Yeah, I love to bowl.
Back in the day, I did a lot of bowling back once upon a time. I haven't done it in years, but yeah, I used to bowl a lot of leagues, scratch leagues, and went out to Vegas a couple times and bowled out there. And yeah, I used to do. I tell you, back then, I know these are. Oh, I don't know how long you've been doing it, but the guys that were hot back then was Norm Duke and Brian Voss and those guys. So it's crazy.
I used to be a pin setter. I'll tell you that's how far back I go.
Gotcha, man. Now that is, man. You just went up there on your horse and buggy and set pins. That's
Yep.
I love that.
We're
man.
all that age. We're all there.
Yeah. No, that's crazy, man. Yeah. I used to love to bowl back in the day. I had some knee problems. My plant knee, of course, gave me some problems over time, and but yeah, I got a lot of friends that still bowl. Shout out to my man Rob if he's out there somewhere. He's probably got 20 or 30 300 games. He's a pretty good one. And I never shot both. My highest game ever was 290.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I threw 12 in a row 100 times. I just never in the same game. And I'll tell the story. Some crazy stories. Yeah, I throw like the back 8 and the front 4 the next game. I can remember bowling leagues, or the back 6, the front 6, and one time there was a guy, friend of mine, I don't know where he's at now, named Adam Smith, and we used to all hang out we were kids, late at night, up at the Palace in Columbus, Ohio. If people know where the Palace is or anything about the Palace, huge bowling center, 64 lanes. And we used to hang out up there after second shift leagues and stuff, and we would pot bowl all night long. And me and Adam would just go back and forth. He was really good, and we just would beat each other's brains in. We just traded money basically back and forth for years. Well, one time we were bowling. It was probably 2:00 in the morning. It was our last game, and we were bowling for $20. And I threw the front 9. And then he went up in the 10. We both threw the front 8. Then I threw the next one, and he threw and spared. And then he went up for his 10th frame. And I think he had an open frame or whatever. So I went up for the 10th, and I threw the first one, and then I threw the second one, and then I racked the last one. And he was like, "Come on, man, you're not gonna shoot that?" I said, "Nobody's keeping track, man. You give me my $20." I was like, "This is not a sanctioned event," But I could have maybe. That's the only time in all the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of games of old I could have shot 300 if I'd have made that last pitch. But I just racked.
It's always that last one. It's ride or die, and then you end up choking.
Yeah, I went 9 spare, and then off the sheet at Rainbow Lanes in Columbus, Ohio. I don't even know if that place is still open. It was a dump 30 years ago when I lived there. So I don't even know if it's still open. All right, now look who's there. Now there's a smiley
Amy.
face you can hear.
Hey.
What's going on, Amy?
Hey, go Irish.
Yes, I agree. Go Irish and take the Wolverines with you.
Yes. Go away,
Hey, now.
Irish, right?
Are you a Wolverine, Kurt?
Okay, as I tell everybody, Wolverine by birth, but Irish by heart.
Oh Lord, I got 2. Man, listen, you better be glad we're a ketogenic family here, because might be some crime going on here. I hope you guys choke on a Buckeye.
Well, you guys did beat us in the national championship last
Technical
year, so
Listen, I'm not gonna do it. Listen, this is a family affair, and before violence breaks out here, I'm not gonna get started on what I think of. But I hate Michigan worse, so you are one step ahead of them.
we're on the same team there.
So, but anyway, I don't know what's on anybody's mind, but as always, if you have a question or something you want to put in the chat, feel free, go ahead. We have Laura here. She knows everything. She is all knowing of ketoing. So if you got any question, Nurse Laura will help you out. She knows everything about everything. She's so smart. So as always, if you have questions about any of this kind of stuff, feel free in there. If you have questions about anything else, go ahead. I had something, obviously, we had goofiness over the weekend. If anybody wants to talk about that, we can touch on that for a little bit if you care to. It doesn't matter to me. It's all the same to me, as long as it's cool. Kat, hey, how you doing, Kat? Good to see you. Glad you're here. I saw something that I saw was interesting. I don't know if any of you guys follow Ben Azadi, Keto Camp. Yes, love Ben. That's my dude. I've met him, spent some time with him a few times. Good, solid dude. Like him a lot. Might even see him here in a couple weeks at Keto Orlando. I was watching one of his videos, and he did Carnivore 90 Days. He's always been, what I hate these titles so much, and I don't even know what they mean so much. But he would be more keto to ketovore-ish, generally speaking, on his channel, and he coaches and he's written books and all kind of things, whatever. So he decided to go hardcore carnivore for 90 days. He was not ever against it or had any problems with it. It's just, like a lot of people, he didn't have to do it. He didn't have any compelling reason. He was just, so he ate a few vegetables here and there or whatever. But he decided to do it, and he got some very high-end medical testing done, some stool samples and gut microbiome tests. He was doing the stuff and just did a video. Of course, has only been canned. Great video. Encourage you guys to go check it out if you care to. But he was talking about carnivore, and he broke the carnivore diet down into 4 levels: level 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, this was something I had never seen before. Have you ever seen that before, Laura?
Yes.
Okay. Well, see, you know everything. I'm a dummy. I don't.
No, I just been doing this for a long time.
Well, I'm going on 3 years. I mean, in the
I'll
space,
be 7 soon.
but I've never seen the levels. I've heard ketovore, carnivore, dirty this, dirty that, all that
Well,
stuff.
then you got lion.
Yeah, lion diet, those different things. And then for people who,
Yeah.
don't know anything about it, it's confusing to them. It's like, how do you explain what a ketovore is to somebody? It's like, it's just what it is. So I thought it was cool. And for those who maybe are not familiar, maybe I'm the only one that wasn't familiar with it. But level 1 is what we would call, I guess, lion diet, where it's just meat, salt, water. Level 2, you add in eggs. Level 3, you add in dairy. And then level 4, you add in plant-based seasonings, sauces, garnishes, mushrooms, things like that. And I thought that was really pretty cool, because certainly as long as I've been in the space, people have been arguing about, oh, that's not carnivore. It's like, you put pepper on your steak, oh, that's not carnivore. It's like the favorite words of, every person out there, you're not as carnivore as me, So anyway, were you going to say something, Amy? I thought you were about to say something.
No, I'm leaning into type on my iPad.
I gotcha. Carnivore Junkie says, hey, hello there. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting, and certainly something easier to explain to people who don't know anything about our way of life and what we do, and let them know, hey, it doesn't mean just eating meat and water. You can have different levels and kind of be at different spaces. So it's like, Steve Isom says, yeah, I'm new here, but first saw you back over a year ago on several streams. Well, I apologize. I take it back. Whatever I said, I'm not the man I used to be. I take it. I'm so sorry, whatever I might have done. And I'm glad that you forgave me and came and hung out with us on our fun stream here. Welcome. You are welcome here. So anyway, I'm talking way too much. Somebody else say something.
I have a question for
Charlie.
Laura.
Oh, go ahead. Sure.
So you said you've been are you keto? Are you carnivore now? And you've been
I did keto for 28 years, and then almost 7 years ago I switched to carnivore.
That's awesome. How did you find keto 20 years ago?
So it was 28. Well, actually, it'd be 33 now. Yeah, 34. So I went to my family doctor, had been eating his chicken breast, no butter, egg whites only, and went from 240 to 313 pounds at 20. And he offered me statins, the old script days when they wrote it on a script pad and handed me Lipitor script. And I just was like, I wasn't a nurse yet. And I was like, well, how long do I take these? Because I thought, oh, you take it like an antibiotic, 7 days, you're healed and life goes on. And he told me forever. And I said, I just don't believe I'm not living out of a pill bottle. I'm 20. And so I went to the local library, and for weeks, this will give my age. Okay, Kurt. So now you'll know how old I am. I Xerox copied every medical journal I could find from 1850 up to 1910 and just read everything, veterinarian. And it all talked about, like complex carbs, simple carbs, sugar, animal fat, saturated fat, and how these things worked in the body. And they knew it back then. They had the same verbiage that we have people using today. So I just went home and I just started by throwing everything out white. I took it to the food pantry, which now I feel bad about. If I had it to do again, I would have thrown it in the trash, but I did that. And in 9 months, I lost 153 pounds. And that was just eating deer that I shoot, fish that I, get, uh, beef, lamb, I think some elk, some bison. We had elk and bison place over where I lived in Iowa at the time. Um, and just the stuff out of my own garden. And that's basically what I did for 26 years. And then the last 2 years of keto, I got stupid. I hadn't read a label in 20 some years and started getting the Quest bars and the things that said keto. And I destroyed my stomach, my gut biome. I had leaky gut for sure, plus all the other stuff that comes with that. And that's when I watched Joe Rogan podcast and it had Baker on it. And I was like, that's it. And I'm an all or none. So the very next day, that was it.
Well,
And
my
so
age, I
you
used to
don't have
get,
to, you don't
when
have,
I
you don't have
copied
to,
something, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say you don't have to guess how old she is. I'll tell you, she's 73. Go ahead, Kurt.
73 and
No.
counting.
Oh, well, then you remember the carbon copy machines. Blue fingers.
Yeah.
You're the one whose doctor called you a fat. You know what?
Yes. Told me.
I
Yes.
just
He told me.
watched your story on, I don't know if it was Dave Mack or somebody's
Dave Mack.
channel. Yep.
Yeah.
I literally
Yep.
just watched your story a couple of days ago, and you were the one who ended up being the nurse for your doctor that called you a fat.
Yes.
You know what?
On a 5-way bypass, no less, with, let's see, he started taking his stat that I never did. He started taking that statin, I think, in 88. I took care of him in 2007 with a 5-way bypass, and he was a vegetarian. So what caused all that calcium in his arteries? It sure wasn't animal fat. So,
Well, let me tell you, I'm carnivore for 8 days now, and it's because of stories like yours and Kurt's and Russ and a bunch of other, and I've been keto for 7 years now. So, but I just decided my age, I'm going to be 50 next year, and some things aren't feeling optimal, and I'm just like, okay, what's the next step? I'm obviously not going back to eating sad diet, so what's the next step? So that's what I'm hoping for. But I saw your story and it inspired me.
yeah.
Now that,
Thank you for watching.
Yeah. No, Laura's the best. Now you asked an interesting question, Amy. You said, "How did you hear about keto?" Now I'll be 56 here soon, so and I think we're all roughly the same age. I first heard about that. I think most people through Atkins. Did you ever hear of the Atkins diet?
I did Atkins. That's how I knew to do keto. I lost 30 pounds before my wedding, like very quickly.
Yeah.
And then after I got married, I'm not going to blame my husband for this, but after I got married, we just kind of like, things happen. Bada bing, you just eat whatever normal, regular, standard American diet. So I knew, in my story, I'm not going to go through the whole story, but I had to have some orthopedic surgeries, several of them. And I asked the surgeon to give me 6 months to drop. At this time, I was like 260. And I'm 5'9" now. I was like 260 pounds. I'm like, give me 6 months. I know how to lose the weight. And so I started doing what I did, 18 years before with Atkins. And then my sister, who has now been keto for over 20 years, I told my sister, if I eat one more piece of broccoli and one more grilled chicken breast, I'm going to jump off a bridge. And she's like, you don't have to do that. And this was in 2018, and she was already watching Ken Berry and Maria Emmerich, and she just started sending me recipes. And she literally, my sister is the one who actually pulled me into what I knew as Atkins with broccoli and whatever, bacon and chicken breasts, into more of
that's the maintenance phase. The induction phase of Atkins is carnivore diet.
It's carnivore. Yep.
And then you go into the next phase and then the third phase. But again, you're talking about the 90s. I mean, people are telling us 30 years later how dangerous it is. Can you imagine what it was like in the 90s? when you were doing this stuff?
People thought I was absolutely insane. My own family would try to sabotage me at Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I would get like the smaller plate, and they'd have these big giant platters, and I'm like, I don't need that much for one. And yeah, they would be like, well, I made your favorite. I made no. Once I have my mind set, I am worse than a donkey. You will not get me to budge. And I was like, no, thank you. And I mean, I took stuff home and I said, I'm going to throw it in the trash. And I did.
Can you make the donkey sound, Laura? Can you get us with a
I can't do that. My husband's in the other room. He'll be like, what the heck is she doing?
Oh, he's heard it. He's heard it before. Now that's the mating call. That's why you can't do it. That's your mating call.
That's right. He'll be in here. This is a different kind of show.
If he hears you'll have to tamp down. Oh, tell Paul I said, hey, that's my man.
I will.
Really give him my best. But it annoys me sometimes when I think about it. But I had the answer the whole time because I did Atkins, and it's the only thing I ever did in my entire life that I had success with. But again, it was the same thing. I thought I was literally trading, my long-term health for my short-term health. And when I decided to change, the way I was eating, it literally, I said to myself, well, I'm going to die anyway. So what's the difference? At least I'll have a smaller casket. That's really what I said to myself. Hey, listen, I joke a lot, but I'm not joking when I said that. Okay, listen. Well, it's been nice talking to you there, Amy.
She disappeared. We don't know what happened. The sad thing, Russ, if you even want to think about it further back, is when I was going to nursing school, that in our studies, it talked about epilepsy in the 20s and 30s being treated at all these huge, hospitals that were universities basically, and they used keto to help with the epileptic seizures until Dilantin was created. And what happened?
Well,
money.
Even Dr. Atkins, the way he, wrote his book at the time, and of course, this is many moons ago, said that the induction phase was just a phase. That you only did that for 3 to 5 weeks, and then you needed to get into the other phases. So even he didn't think it was a long-term thing,
Right.
but again, that's a long time ago. But, like I said, I had to answer the whole time. And I know so many people. I was at my cousin's house a couple years ago, and he said the same thing, and I was, at that time I really was just getting started, with it. And he was like, man, he said, I did that and I felt so great. And I lost weight, and he's a little bit older than me. He's like 4 or 5 years older than me. He said, man, I felt like I was 21 again, but my doctor told me to stop. My doctor told me that it was dangerous and to stop doing that, and I was going to hurt myself. So I stopped. He said, and of course I encouraged him to get back rolling with it. But yeah, there's a lot of docs out there telling people that stuff, and that's half the problem right there, is between people's friends and family and relatives and their doctors. There's a lot of headwinds, and people rightfully are afraid because people are making them feel afraid. So anyway, somebody had a question about a keto recipe. Did you do that, Laura?
I did not hit whatever.
Oh.
Did you have a recipe there? I don't know what year.
Yeah, somebody had a question there. I think it was somebody had a question there, and we'll ask this to everybody. Yeah, I'm not super keto. With me, unfortunately, it's like a all or nothing thing. I'm either on the wagon or off the wagon. Unfortunately, I have one leg hanging off the wagon most of the time, so just any little bump and I'm rolling around in the grass. So but I would say ground beef is probably my favorite thing because it's versatile, and I would be definitely what you would consider a level 4 carnivore with that, because I put some tomato sauce and maybe some Italian seasonings in it, or some salsa with some sour cream maybe in it, or not. Sometimes just some seasonings. But I would probably say that's my favorite thing overall of what I eat regularly. What about you, Amy?
Honestly, for about a year or two now, my favorite meal is a ribeye, pink in the middle, with 2 over medium eggs on top of that. Well, let me start over. Ribeye with 2 pats of butter on top of that, and 2 over medium eggs on top of that, and then a half a pound of bacon as a side. And that has been my favorite meal for like a year or two, even in keto. So that's like a carnivore meal. Now,
Yeah.
sometimes I would eat a half of avocado with that. And then my favorite keto meal is probably taco pie, which is eggs and ground beef and some seasonings and cheese, which is very close to carnivore,
Yeah.
except for
Yeah.
the seasonings.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
and
So-
lasagna, and like meat lasagna, but that's got the red sauce in it. So,
Gotcha. I already know what Laura's is. What about you, Kurt?
No, you do not.
Oh my gosh, it's ribeye
Let's hear it,
fat.
Laura.
Yeah, it's ribeye fat. Go ahead,
That's
Laura.
that's right. It's ribeye fat, at
Yeah.
least a half a pound.
Now
And,
apologize to your brother. Apologize to your brother. Tell him those words. I was right.
and
I know you,
and
lady.
usually half a pound to a pound, depending on the day, of either hamburger or deer burger or lamb burger. I like to take lamb roast and I grind it up with ribeye fat to make my own hamburger. And occasionally I'll do a steak, but I'm kind of frugal. So unless they're on really, really good sale, I can eat hamburger every day. I just did a dry fast for 24 hours yesterday, and then I did a water and salt fast today. So I just broke that fast just a little while ago. But yes, ribeye fat. It's delicious.
Yeah, I love steak stuff too. I mean, yeah, I'm all about that. But if I had to choose one thing, I agree. It would probably be it wouldn't probably, it would definitely be ground beef. I throw oxtails in there. Matter of fact, I took those out of the freezer yesterday afternoon. And if after the show, maybe if I feel like it, I'll throw those in the pressure cooker. Maybe tomorrow. But love oxtails, but I have to mix them with something. Something with more protein. I have a oxtail. I have oxtails in a roast out there, and I throw them in together. I pressure cooked a leg of lamb. What's today? Tuesday. It was Saturday that I'm finishing up, and it turned out great. I normally put it in the pressure cooker and just sit it in there and with a little bit of water, but this time I took a rack and lifted it up a little bit out of the, so it wasn't on the bottom, and it actually turned out better. So that might be the way I start doing that.
Yeah. What about you, Kurt?
Yeah, go ahead, Kurt.
Honestly, since I got my meat grinder, I was making my own ground beef, but there's too much work. So I just go in and buy a brisket and grind everything. I get the fattiest brisket I can, and I'll never go back to hamburger. Never, never.
Yeah.
But my treat is a chuck roast in a slow cooker, and I can eat 3 pounds of that in one sitting.
Yeah. So but you're kind of you're a lion guy. You're a lion diet guy.
No. Last night I had about 2 pounds of brisket burger and I had some sauerkraut. But I'm trying to heal my gut because I fell off the wagon and I ate some pistachios and cashews the weekend before, and it's not doing my body any good.
Gotcha. Yeah. What I was gonna say, if you're kind of a lion guy, the thing I like about the ground beef is it is versatile. I mean, I can throw it in with my eggs. I can do about anything with it. That's why I like it the most. If I had to choose one thing, and then I do use some seasonings and things. So, if you don't do that, then I could definitely say I love brisket too. I have some sugar-free, barbecue sauces that I like. Um, here and there.
Kurt, have you ever canned any of your brisket, like cold packed it?
No, I haven't. I don't smoke my. I have. I'm a
Mhm.
beginner at smoking, so
Yeah.
I'm not that great with smoking. I do a lot of grilling.
Yeah.
I cook my
Yeah.
eggs. Like when
Yeah.
I cook eggs and bacon for lunch when I go to work,
Mhm.
it's always on the
Hmm.
grill.
Mm.
Nice.
Papa
Good. That's a
Carnivore is
good way to do it.
here. You see, Pete. I pressure cook everything, man. I used to do some slow cooking. I don't smoke anything that I don't have to roll up. So no, I'm just kidding. That is a joke. That is a joke.
Uh,
I smoked one joint in 1985, ladies and gentlemen. I'm as square as a box. Okay, trust me. I'm only a good time on the internet. Trust me when I tell you that. but
That sounds fun.
no, I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. I'm just joking.
I'm the same guy. I'm silly. I'm a silly guy. But no, I never was into that. I was never really a drinker. I was much more of an eater. Uh, but um, I forget where I lost my train of thought there. I saw Pete's in there. Good to see you, brother. Oh, I know. I was gonna say, yeah, you gave the gas face there, Kurt, when I said something about sugar-free barbecue sauce. You hit the gas. You look like Rick
You
talking
gave the
about.
Rick face.
Yeah, exactly. The gas face. It's like,
Yeah.
The only thing I use like for my roast, my chuck roast, is I put bay leaves in there and I salt it.
Hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
yeah. Listen, I don't know if
I mean,
Papa's
teach their
being
own.
silly. I don't know if Papa's being silly or if he are you joking around, Pete, or are you being honest? That's Keto Rockin' Amy. Maybe
Pete, you know me. We've chatted in the chats before.
yeah,
Rockin'
but
Keto Amy.
he couldn't pick you out of a lineup. Neither could
No,
I.
that's okay.
So, and you listen, you do have a channel which I didn't know until the other day because when I think I can't remember something I think I moused over your name or something and it probably said 280 subscribers or something like that.
Yep,
And I'm like, oh, does she have a channel? And so I
I do.
subscribed. I
Thank
subscribed.
you. Thank you.
And
I've been on Facebook Lives because it started as a local community because I really wanted to help local people that I knew. And so I have a local Facebook group of 500 people. And then I went to Keto Palooza last year and then I'm like, whoa, there's like more people out there all over the place. So I
how did you not
changed.
meet me? Wait a second. You were at Keto Palooza. How did you not meet me and Laura? We were at
Yeah.
Keto Palooza
We
last
were
year.
there.
I may have met you, but I met like 300 people. So
I've never
it's
seen
like
you before in my life.
we probably met. I was there this last year. And then
So
I
Yeah.
realized that
October.
how have I been keto for 7 years and not known there was this huge community out there? The only channels I watched were Dr. Barry and Maria Emmerich, and I started to get into Chafee and Kilts and some others. But I'm like, I actually met people and they're like, you need a YouTube channel. I'm like, why? No, I don't.
Yeah.
And then they're like, Dustin, who's one of them, you may know who Dustin is. He's like, you
Oh,
need a
Yeah.
come on,
YouTube
man. That's
channel.
my brother. It's
Oh,
Keto
yeah.
Simple.
So
Oh,
I
God.
kind of backed off on the Facebook live streaming that I was doing for a couple of years, and I'm like, okay. And so then my channel's very new, but people are like, whoa, you are kind of used to this, and it's because I have been doing live streams for a long time, just not on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at see, Pete's always trying to start trouble. See, listen, man, you're a troublemaker, Pete. It's always, listen, we have worked out our differences. We have overcome our
Stirring the pot.
yeah, we are past all of that. Okay. We have reconciled. All right. So just leave us alone, man.
He likes poking the bear.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I pressure cook everything that can't be, grilled or
Right.
whatever in about 10 or 15 minutes because it's just the fastest way. Smoking stuff,
Right.
man, you know.
The reason I do it this way is I pressure can meats, butter, scrambled eggs, bacon, is because it's good for about 10 years. That's why I do it, because I'm a prepper. As we all know, if you've ever seen anything I said, you know how much I trust the government to take care of me.
Prepper means weirdo, ladies and gentlemen. I just so
That's right. Hey, if you could only see what was right back there, you would definitely say, "Oh boy."
I know what's back there. Listen,
you live in Idaho, Laura?
I don't. I live in the state of Illinois.
Wow.
What part of Illinois?
Yeah. I'm the opposite side of Chicago. So I'm on the west central side. So closest to Illinois and Iowa. We're the belly button of Illinois, I say.
Are you near? You're not near St. Louis then. I have family in St. Louis.
I'm in St. Louis.
Are you?
You're in
It's
St.
about
Louis.
4 hours. Yeah, I'm about 4 hours from there, I think it is.
I have family in Collinsville and those surrounding areas.
Yep.
Yeah. So have you ever done any pressure cooking? I know you have, Laura. I think we talked about it.
I pressure cook a ton of stuff. Yeah, I've got scrambled eggs, bacon. I've got scrambled eggs with hamburger. I've got hamburger that's been pressure canned, deer, fish, lamb, chicken.
Hold on. Hold up. Wait.
Everything.
Okay, so you pressure cook bacon?
Yeah, you can pressure cook bacon into jars. Absolutely.
Okay, what does it come out like bacon soup? I mean, how does it?
Okay, wait. I think what Laura's trying to say is she does canning pressure cooking, which I used to do when I managed a garden.
Oh.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So
Yes,
you use the old style pressure cookers where you put the jars in there, and then basically okay, you do instant pot, Russ. She's doing pressure cooking canning, which is a whole different thing.
Oh, I got you.
That enamelware.
Yeah.
I used to do that with salsa and spaghetti sauce and all kinds of stuff.
Yep. Which I still do all that. I have that over here on my other shelf, I call it, for my husband. So he has food to eat, because we're probably going to be arm wrestling over the other stuff. But he can have all the tomatoes and peaches and beets, and that's peasant food, or duck food, as Rick would say.
Yes. Pressure cooker is just a crock pot with a fast forward button. That's basically what it is. I used to slow cook my oxtails for 6 hours and stuff. Man, I can be smacking my lip in 2 hours. It's like, the same way with the brisket. It's like all the smoking and all the stuff. Man, listen, I could go from refrigerator to lip smacking good in an hour and a half. So it's like, but now don't get me wrong. I like the smoked brisket and all that. I just don't want to wait all the time. And shout out to my man Adam, who likes to sous vide. I don't know if you guys have ever done it. I get out of it.
24 hours.
That means I hope you ain't hungry right now. Okay, that's what it means in French.
Well, you sous vide on a day where you're fasting. Like if I wanted to sous vide,
when you don't want
I would have done it. Yeah. And sometimes you don't have to eat every single day. You just don't.
Yeah, that is true. If you can starve yourself out and make it, God bless you. But hey, listen, if I'm not at that point yet, man, listen, I can't be hungry. That's how I end up face down in somebody's mashed potatoes and gravy. Okay, so I'm just saying, I gotta eat. But me, I used to tease Adam about that. I'm like, sous vide is a French phrase that means we're gonna eat tomorrow.
Other day. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. So anyway, I think.
Russ, is Thomas backstage? He said he's trying to get in.
Oh, no, he's not. But I see Quack.
There's Rick.
What's up, Rick?
Hey.
Yeah, listen, the link is in the chat. The more the merrier. I don't see, Jersey Tom. He's part of the family here. I haven't seen him, but I think we have capacity. I don't know how many. I think we can have up to 10 people. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think so.
What's going on, Rick?
I was listening to you talking about how much you like bowling, and I don't know if you're aware, I have a couple of bowling lanes and pin setters that I got in storage.
I'm sure,
believe
man.
it or not.
You gotta got the first bowling.
Sounds good, Rick.
I love to bowl. That's why I got bowling
Right on.
pins all over, bowling balls. You see bowling pins all over my house. I mean, how many people you know that have Brunswick
Can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw one Saturday morning, or Saturday when I was with someone behind you, I think, in your window.
Yeah, in the living room. Got one in there.
Yeah.
My makeshift
This is what-
studio.
I think
well,
Milton did another hurricane.
Milton broke my Venetian blind. I had to glue it back together.
Well,
Uh-oh.
listen, man.
Bad kitty.
As long as your arms are, you could just reach out and knock the pins down. You don't even need a ball. I don't know why you
I bowled 300 games.
get out of here. I saw that in the chat.
Yep.
You're talking about not 2 games to equal 300. You mean you bowled 2 perfect?
2 perfect games. In fact, I did one with friends of mine. We were all together, and I didn't even care. I just kept throwing the ball, and I got a strike and a strike and a strike, and they're like, "You already got 6 strikes. You're going to get a perfect game." I'm like, nah, I'm going to screw up. You'll see. Another strike, just one after the other. Like, how in the world? Well, I guess that's what happens when you have all you can eat steak and then you go bowling a few hours later.
Do it.
Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Jim's here and says, "Hey everyone." And Tom says I would come on, but I can't stay until 3 a.m. Neither can I. Hey, listen, you guys know the contractual obligation to the family ends in around 60 to 70 minutes.
I turn into a pumpkin very quickly. I'm old. I need my beauty rest.
You look great for 73, Laura. I don't know why you're saying those
Thank
things.
you.
You look fantastic. You would
I take my teeth out and brush them with my tooth powder and put them in their little case.
dump them in the tooth powder. That's right.
That's right.
Look at Pop says, I'm glad it's Amy and Laura on the screen instead of Rick and Tom. Oh, Pete. Let's see here. 2 small boys. It said 2 smelly boys.
Smelly boys.
Speak for yourself, brother. Speak for yourself.
Quack.
What else we have here? I don't know if I missed any questions or anything. We've been goofing around.
I think Charlie had a question, Darth Carnivore. I don't know if I can find it again, but I think what he was asking was so over here. So best and worst ways to explain to non-carnivores why you don't eat any vegetables.
Oh, go ahead. I'll let you guys go. Do your thing there. I know. Listen, I know you have something interesting to say. All you guys will. Go ahead. Start, Laura.
So I being a nurse, I talk ketogenic basically to every single patient, even if that means single ingredient foods, whatever is still better than standard American diet. But then most of the time I'm in the patient's home, they're sick, they've had to have surgery, they've got metabolic diseases, list after list after list. So I'm always like, well, these kinds of things could stop this. These kinds of things are causing inflammation. These kinds of things, you can't break down cellulose. So I go into, we're not a ruminant animal. We don't have that ability to break down cellulose and get those vitamins and nutrients out of it. So I choose to eat the animal that eats the grass and they break it down for me. And so I get it secondhand. And so that's how I tell most people. Everything I wear, other than when I'm at my regular job, I wear scrubs. Every single shirt I wear out in public is always something to do with keto, carnivore. So that starts the conversation. Most people will, ask. So I just do it. Just tell them whatever.
Bill Cook says Russ is still high from 85. Speaking of still high from 85, look who it is, everybody.
The last time I saw you.
And listen, man, don't be in here starting no trouble, Pete. I'm telling you now, don't do it.
I just wanted to say hi to Amy.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
start some Notre Dame on Ohio State crime, and I'm not.
So,
we're not
so who's your team, Pete? I gotta know.
Who's your team?
Who's your team?
Hoosiers? No Hoosiers. I don't want to get Russ started with the Hoosiers.
They're benign, trust me. They're not a threat to anybody.
Are we miming? I can go back to muting.
But she's asked you who your
Well, I'm more of a professional sports, not so much college.
Gotcha.
Because I'm from Philadelphia, so all the Philadelphia sports teams.
Yeah. He's a front runner. The Eagles just won the Super Bowl, so all of a sudden he likes
who? What? Philadelphia Eagles?
Hey,
Who's
Thomas.
that? Who's that?
Hey, I'm Kurt.
What'd you say, Kurt?
I just said hello to Thomas. He's down at the bottom.
Oh, I got you. What's going on, Tom? Good to see you, brother. Let me give you a round of applause.
How we doing?
Good to see you, brother. Glad you're here. We officially have a full house. Look at that, man. The gang is all here.
Ooh, just lost one.
Yeah, Pete was like, hey, I guess he didn't like the conversation. He just went.
He's like, I'm out of here.
Hey, he just came in to meet you, so I guess mission accomplished, Amy. That's what he got.
He's like, peace out.
I'm just here for Amy. See you guys. I love that. Anyway,
He didn't leave my bank account, did he?
oh, he's back. He's back. Okay, what?
There.
I hit the wrong button. I hit the button that kicks you out by mistake.
Maybe
Dude,
so. Oh, there he is.
wearing before, or did you are you stripping? Is it me, or did you have a different shirt on 30 seconds ago?
No, it's the same shirt.
Oh, I thought you had a different shirt. I mean, this guy's doing costume changes and stuff on the show, man.
Wow. Fancy.
He's doing the same thing he did in Mitch's live stream the other day. He would cut in and out.
Yeah. I got you, man. Yeah. But anyway, so we were We were in the middle of a question. Somebody said the best and worst ways to tell people why you don't eat vegetables. So Laura gave a nice clinical answer. I guess that would be the best way to do it. So what's your idea of the worst way to tell somebody?
I don't like them.
There you go. All right. That's valid. That's a valid. I got you on that. Go ahead, Rick. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to sit down and prepare for this because this will be epic. I guarantee you. Go ahead, Rick. Do your thing.
Well, I tell them I'm not a rabbit, or if you're redneck, you say ain't no rabbit, and then they taste nasty. And the thing is, why in the world would you want to eat a vegetable? I mean, seriously, you are what you eat. Why would you want to be a vegetable? I just don't get it.
No.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Concise and to the point. Amy, what about you?
Why not to eat a vegetable? I don't know, because I really like the taste of vegetables. So I'm probably not the best person to ask. Yeah. I'm only 8 days carnivore, but I don't know. Maybe because they cause inflammation and stuff like that. That's why you wouldn't eat them.
Gotcha. What do you think, Kurt?
Oh, well, mine, I don't know if this is safe, but I'm just going to lay it out there. It's not clinical, but it sort of is. You won't like it if I eat vegetables.
Yeah.
Let me sit next to you while I'm eating a plate full of vegetables.
Yeah.
Don't light a fire.
That's funny to mention that. I've been on many streams where they always ask people, it's a common thing, what is the best thing that's happened to you, or what is something that happened to you when you started eating that way that you didn't expect, like some unexpected things. And I always say that, I come from a farting family. Okay. I mean, even the dog farts. Okay. So, I thought it was normal. Everybody I know had Tums and Pepto-Bismol in their medicine cabinet. I mean, it was just a normal thing, and so, when I started eating this way and didn't have gas anymore, I'm like, this is odd, because I kind of enjoy farting, actually. It was kind of fun in many ways. I mean, seriously, listen, have you ever been around little kids, like 2-year-old kids, and they pass some gas everybody just they think it's hilarious. It's like from a very young age. I'm sure there are nursing homes all across the world where there's some 93-year-old guy letting it go and everybody just busts out laughing. Farting is funny.
100%.
You know,
I do miss it. I do miss it.
I
yes.
don't miss it.
Yeah.
So listen, man. So I cannot, deny that. So that's just a distant memory, a fond distant memory I have. And if I ever want to take a trip down memory lane, I just go get some beans
Why
and rice.
not?
Well, you know what,
Magical fruit.
you know what Dr. Kilt says, that the vegetables and plants, they ferment in your gut, and that's what causes the gas.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I got a story to share. I worked in a tool and die, machining stuff for injection molding. My boss was known for a drive-by. He would come by, look at what you're doing at the bench, the table, while you're milling. He'd talk to you for a minute, and then he would just walk away. And everybody would stop working. If he came by, you'd stop working, and you'd have to get out of the room. It was that nasty.
Ladies, let me shout out to all my lovely keto cuties and carnivore cuties all over the world there. Your man does not love you if he has not Dutch ovened you at least one good time. I'm just telling you. If you have, that's not true love. It is not true love. If you have
I have Dutch oven PTSD. Can we not talk about this? Because I am married and that is totally a thing.
Hey, don't you lose that man. That man loves you. I'm just telling you. You hold on to him like a port in a storm. Okay.
I'm guilty. Amy, I'm guilty. I gave Dutch ovens before.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is
Of
love,
course you
man.
do.
That is love. All right. So I'm just telling you, man. Listen, I'm just being honest as I can be. So yeah, that's
I thought that was for cooking.
yeah. Only on the Keto Cookout, family, can you get this kind of high level entertainment. I mean, there's nowhere else. Who else is doing this? Can you see Davey doing this on his stream?
Russ, it's a version of marital torture.
Well, it's just it's just like it's the same. Okay, maybe you'll understand this. I'm sure Amy will understand this, and Laura too. Of course, when the 4th grade boy pulls your hair, he likes you. Now he doesn't really care how it feels to you. He's expressing his emotion in a true barbaric form, as we are prone to do. Okay, so the Dutch oven is just a higher level of the 4th grade hair pulling. Like he pull your ponytail and run, and you're like, oh, that boy. And that's his way of saying I love you. He doesn't know how to express himself properly.
Hey, Russ, I got a question for Rocking Keto Amy.
Yes.
What's a Dutch oven?
That's
what I want to know.
Why did you ask me? You want me to explain it? With a straight,
Who better?
You're playing it. You're being mean.
Okay,
that's when your loved one lets one rip and pulls the covers over your head and lets it stew in your face. Isn't that what it is? Am I explaining this right, Russ?
Yes.
And traps you and basically tries to kill you, suffocate you with the intestinal odors.
I've done that.
That is love. That is love. I'm just telling you, real
That's
love.
disgusting.
Rick, you don't eat vegetables.
No, I don't.
Oh,
and I
and
alone.
My husband's mostly keto, but he does. Here's what makes this worse. He does like his craft beer still, and so if you've ever had craft beer and hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah.
That is a recipe for the nastiest, grodiest Dutch ovens.
You get real good sulfur, a lot of sulfur, and really
a lot of sulfur.
Yeah, they have a term for that. They call it napalm. That's just
napalm.
Yeah.
In respect, when my boss did that to me, we went out to lunch one day to the local restaurant, and it was we would have a couple of drinks on lunch. And this is back in the 90s. I decided I was going to pay him back. So I had the biggest, cheesiest, beaniest burrito with 3 shots of tequila. And then I went to his office to ask him a question. And I walked out and he was gagging. Everybody,
So you did
he wanted to kick me out of the tool room because
It's karma.
I got one on him. Yeah, that was
that's called
nasty.
a retaliatory drive-by.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, listen, he earned it, man. If he did it to you, man, that's how we
Right.
roll, man.
That's called that's
yeah.
karma.
Yeah.
What
Russ,
about
you got
SPD?
such a highbrow show, Russ. I got to tell you.
No, we most certainly do not, sir. This is as low a brow as you're gonna get.
What about
So,
SPD?
this is a good, wholesome fun. So, Tom, do you want to answer the best and worst way to tell people about vegetables? Or go ahead, weigh in.
I don't know. If I eat vegetables, I puke. I guess it's one way of saying it.
Yeah.
That
Well,
way, no one gives me vegetables and no one bothers me.
Yeah. I got you. I'm kind of a little bit in the Amy camp because
Sorry,
I do.
I can't really be any more creative than that. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. No, it's just there are no wrong
I need
answers.
a few more weeks.
There's no. Everybody gets a passing grade in my class. You're all right. But the worst way I think is because you're dumb, or something like that, because you don't know better, because you're a moron to believe everything you've heard, that kind of stuff. That's probably the worst way to explain it to people. But best way, in my opinion, to the way I do it, just to make it short and sweet, is because you don't need to. We've been told that we need fruits, vegetables, and grains to be healthy. That is exactly not true. We don't.
Yep.
The only thing we need to be healthy is fat and protein. That's what our bodies are made to use, to absorb. And so that's why I don't eat them very much or very often. And then you try to go deeper if they say deeper, but it's more of a thing if you just don't need them. I know we've been taught that we do, but you just really don't. And generally, if a person's really intellectually honest or whatever, curious, and they'll say, well, wait a minute, how do you get vitamins and minerals? And then you can kind of take the time to go as far as they want to go. But that's kind of how I approach it. And
do you get this one? How do you poop if you don't eat fiber? Do you ever hear that one?
Sure. I mean,
Every day.
Yeah. And I'm honest with people. I'm like, well, you don't go very much or very often, but you still go. And again, I'm kind of like Amy. I'm not anti-vegetable. I'm not, if you can eat vegetables and be happy and healthy and feel good and all that, God bless you. I like a few here and there. I mostly season with them and like garnish with them. I don't eat like big piles of salad or anything. But I make a little, like take some ground beef with a little cauliflower rice or something in it and season it up. Make like a dirty rice. If anybody from down south, what dirty rice probably is. Stuff like that, just little bits, and not anything really to speak of.
I say plants are definitely. There are people who can, like my husband. He can tolerate them. He has no issues. He's 63. He's got a six-pack. He doesn't even do a sit-up, which is disgusting. I'm not happy about that, but that's okay. But I use plants as medicinal. So like with my tinctures and my oregano oils, because I'm like, that was, they call that medicine alternative medicine. And I tell my doctor, no, that's been around thousands of years. Your apothecary has been around for 100, 120. So you guys are actually the alternative medicine.
Well, and look at the American Indians. They had a medicine man who would use plants primarily not to eat, but for medicinal, use and stuff, right? For thousands of years. And yet they were eating mostly buffalo, meat. Their diet wasn't the plants, but they did have the medicine men, whatever, for, right?
Yep.
Well, my wife's Chinese. I believe in Eastern medicine.
Yeah. Yeah. No, listen,
plants are trying to kill us.
I always say, and I really do mean it, is, my fight is not about food. My fight is about misinformation, because there are millions of people who are eating things they don't like and they don't want because they've been told it's good for them. from oatmeal to broccoli to you name it. People are buying this stuff crazy. They don't like it. They don't want it. But their doctors telling them this is good for you, or they see it on TV. This is good for you. And so that's really, to me, 90% of people, if you give them good information, they'll make the right choices.
My mom used to try and feed us lima beans when I was a kid.
Oh.
There is nothing more disgusting in the world. I can tell you, you can put anything in front of me. You put a lima bean in front of me, it's going out the window.
We had the same mom, I'm pretty sure.
Because she said, "Oh, lima beans are so healthy." I heard that they're so healthy.
Well, I mean, it's just like I said.
Oh, lima beans are so healthy. I heard
Oh, just a minute here.
Yeah. It's like I said, to me, it's just I want people to have good information. I want people to have good information. That's what I care about, and let them make their choices. But when you're telling people lies from the word go about what's good for them and not, how can you expect them to make a good choice for their health? Literally, everything they tell you not to eat, you should be eating, and everything they tell you to eat, you shouldn't be eating. I mean, it's like the world of opposite.
The opposite.
Yeah,
it is. That's what I told people probably 3 years ago on my YouTube channel. I did a video and I was talking about just how backwards we are in this country. So many other countries have food and drug administrations, but they're separate. And our FDA is together. And I said, so the food part of the FDA approves what can be like in your your pyramid and all these other things and what's supposed to be healthy for you. Then you get the metabolic disease, and then the drug part of the FDA approves the drugs for the metabolic disease you got from the food they approved. And I'm like, how is that not the biggest scam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yes.
Hey, Ross.
Yes, sir.
Here's something for you.
All right. So anyway, Beefy707 says, question for the panel.
That's another thing you will fight about.
Yeah. Hey, since the advent of the mute button, you can play anything you want, buddy. Anything. Hey, I have a whole video about that.
I saw that.
BP says, last carbohydrate you ate that wasn't a fruit.
That wasn't a fruit?
Yes.
Right.
Nuts.
Cauliflower rice.
I was just over my girlfriend's and she made this like cucumber and tomato salad type of thing.
Yeah.
Yogurt.
Yeah.
There you go. And
mine was either nuts or possibly a salad, which actually brings up a good point. One of the biggest reasons why I've not become a carnivore is because of my social life. Like, I'm involved in a couple of singing groups, and we are always going out to restaurants. And a lot of times, some of the restaurants we go to are like Italian restaurants and stuff, and really the only thing on the menu I can order is a salad. So that's why I called myself ketovore, because when I was at home, I could cook meat. But when I go out, it's like a lot of times a salad was the best option for me, eating at a restaurant.
Yeah.
When I first started, that was like my go-to. I would pile lettuce and tomato with a bunch of ground beef and like some salsa, some sour cream, and smash it. That was like my one go-to. And my other go-to was I'd take a pile of lettuce and tomatoes and I'd get like about 10 boiled eggs and some bacon and some cold cuts and some oil and vinegar dressing and smash it. Those are like my two go-to meals when I very, very, very first started. And then, like I said, over time, you just naturally kind of, gravitate more and more to less carbs. It says, according to Gemini, the worst way to explain why you don't eat vegetables on a carnivore diet is to be judgmental, preachy, or overly graphic scientific in a casual setting. So that's funny.
That is true.
All right. Jimmet is requesting a tune. I think I know. Sitting in the morning sun. I'll be sitting when the evening comes. Yeah, watching the ships roll in. And then I watch them roll away again. Yeah, sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Yes, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time.
Wow, that was good.
There you go, Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
I'm a man of the people. You ask, you shall receive. If I know the song, I'll sing it. Jimmy says, I watch music channels, love when you sing. I need a life. Yes, if you are here to hear me sing, I agree with you. No, you're doing fine, Jimmy. We appreciate you. And hopefully that lifted your spirits and made your day, because that's why I do this. Just Jason Keto says, all you have to know is the food pyramid created by Karl Marx. That pretty much explains everything. Yeah, and that's what to me is the most important thing. I don't care what people eat. I just believe in people that if you give them good information, solid information, the right things, they will make the right choices for themselves. But if you lie to people and manipulate people and market to people, yeah, and you have the whole medical industry doing the same thing. Can you expect people to make good choices for their health when you're telling them all the wrong things? So
Well, at the bottom of the food pyramid, doesn't it say something like 10 to 12 servings of bread or
yeah,
7 to 11.
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah,
7
isn't
to
it
11
10 to
grains.
11?
I'll go one better than
It's-
that for you, Pete. You can go to the American Diabetes Association website right now,
My plate.
and they will tell you that diabetics should eat 25% of their diet in carbohydrates.
Yep.
Absolutely. My plate.
These
It's
are
called My Plate.
diabetics. It's crazy.
25%?
25%
I have a
diabetic.
patient. Yeah, I have a patient that showed me like when they got home from the hospital and they said, well, we're following My Plate. And he had checked his glucose on his little CGM and he was 400 and he hadn't eaten since the day before at 5:30 at night. And this is 11 o'clock in the daytime. And I'm like, what the heck are you eating when you do eat? And he says, I'm following My Plate. So he brings out the discharge papers from the hospital. And the breakfast that was recommended was oatmeal. It wasn't steel cut. It was the junky oatmeal. It was brown sugar. It was a glass, 8 ounces of orange juice, and it was a banana. And I'm like, well, if you aren't diabetic, if you eat like this, you will become a diabetic. So I'm like, throw that shit
Correct me if I'm
away.
wrong, but that 25% doesn't even include the vegetables and the fruit.
Exactly. I think they're just talking your simple sugary type carbs.
Right. Like the
because-
breads and stuff
yeah.
like that, the grains.
Yes.
So you probably, if you include that, Thomas, it's over 50%.
Oh, well over 50%, like almost 75. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to kill you.
It's crazy. Yeah. Well, they don't really want to kill you. They want you sick so that they can monetize your sickness.
Yep.
That's right.
That's what they want.
You're a profit to them if you're sick, but not when you're dead and not when you're like living healthy.
Exactly.
Hey, Rick,
a $20 super chat from BP707 says,
Yeah.
what a voice.
Look what Fake Carrie just sent in $20 for Russ.
Well, that's how you can tell the difference, because fake Carrie gives you things and the real Carrie, well, oh well.
Hey, okay, hey, Rick. Now that's the first and last one of those we're gonna do, brother. Love you. You're my brother, but we're not doing that today. So that's love you, man. You know that. You're my guy, but we don't do
my son.
We laugh and have fun and keep it cool. So anyway, Beefy is talking my language with the 20 super chat, and it says, on my request, my girl from Papa dedicated to
Bring it on.
Let's hear it.
I gotta think again. I gotta think of the words. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. And when it's cold outside, I got the month of May. I
No,
guess
I feel like I need to.
you'd say, what can make me feel this way, my girl?
My girl.
Talking about my girl.
My girl.
I got so much honey, the bees envy me. I got a sweeter song than any bird in the trees. I think I guess you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl, talking about my girl. There you go.
Encore.
You shall receive. And we'll do one more. I did a carnivore. Jim had asked for a Marvin Gaye song. Listen, that's right up my alley, the old soul songs. I had to think about it.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a duet. Lori and Russ do a duet because Lori is an amazing singer.
Oh my gosh. Both of you. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing, Kurt?
Yeah. I mean, I've never heard Laura sing. Russ, fantastic. You got a gift from God.
No, not Laura.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Not me.
Lori Weitzel.
Oh, Lori.
Lori.
Yeah.
She's not here.
I was gonna say we don't want to hear me
Cool.
sing.
She's in the chat.
My talents are with weapons and needles.
Yeah, listen. Yes, it's definitely a gift from God, and it was fostered by my parents who forced me at a young age to sing in church. I grew up singing in church my whole life and the whole 9 yards. Their singing to me is about as natural as breathing. I just have a hard time. I can't remember the words to anything. I know the tunes, but I don't know the words to anything. I smoked a lot of bad weed in my day, fam. A lot of seeds and stems.
I got something that could fix that, Russ. That brain fog could get fixed with this diet. You want to hear about it?
Yes, can carnivore bring back? Yeah, sometimes I cheat, like I do, because you can find lyrics to things. Like if I have time or if I'm thinking about it, I go on Google and look up the lyrics to words because I guess I know the tune. But I wrote a keto song parody. I can't think of it right now. To what's going on?
Yes, you did. I remember that.
Yeah, like I said,
got a video.
Did I do it in the video?
Either that or it was when you were on live because I've seen it.
Oh,
and I was like, that's amazing.
Wait, when you came on Rick's show, you were doing some of it, I think.
I got a bunch of. I was gonna get the soundtracks and record them, but I did one.
I thought he did the Reverend.
They copyright struck me, so I stopped doing it because I didn't want them to take my channel down. But it was something like,
ABC.
Mother, we're gonna need some bacon frying. Brother, your blood sugar's high, there's no denying. We got to find a way to bring down that fasting insulin today. Father, we don't. Father, do it now. Oh, it's not too late. Bread is not the answer. So get them biscuits off your plate. We got to find a way to bring down that fasting insulin today. No black-eyed peas, no beans and rice. I can't remember. Or rice and beans? I can't remember. I have to remember that. But anyway. But I do remember this one. I used to eat hot Cheetos, but now I'm doing keto. So I throw that food down on the floor because I don't eat it anymore. I just had to try it. My blood sugar's high and I can't deny it. Don't you see me eating, baby? Gotta get it down or I'll go crazy. Whoa, chicken wings. Don't you know they're my favorite thing? Oh, chicken wings. Don't you know they're my favorite thing? Yes, they are. I did a short on that one. just the first part of that. Anyway, keto karaoke is over. This concludes the carnivore karaoke segment of the program. But I am a man of the people, and I like to give the people what they want.
I think now it's time for what's on my plate. What's the next? What's our next segment?
Well, no, that segment is called "Yep, We'll Eat It."
Right.
And we'll have to do that next week because we are an hour and 22 minutes in, and we have fulfilled our contractual obligations to the family for the week. So I hope everybody had a great time. I appreciate all you guys hanging out with me tonight. We had so much fun, and that's what it's all about. Like, share, subscribe to everybody's channels, and I will see you on the next one. Until then, we got to end the way we do. Keep your carbs low.
Carbs low.
And fats high. We'll see you guys all on the next one.